Superwoman number 12, which is just me reading this. Kay Perkins writing and Steven Segovia on art. Interesting that like some of the Action Comics artists have like transferred to this, and obviously New Superman's art is transferred to Action. A lot of the super artists seem to be shifting around, which is kind of cool. It means when they do crossover and stuff, they all kind of feel like, oh, I've seen at least this type of drawn version of that character in their own book at some point. But so this was kind of continuing the current arc, which is Skyhook, who kidnapped Zeke Irons a long time ago, which is John Henry's nephew. It's Natasha's little brother. And right. Crash, who's John Henry's brother and Zeke's father, is a criminal, and he goes after Skyhook in this issue. And Superwoman's basically like, okay, what happened with my suit last issue? I have to try, and she goes to the lab to try and figure it out. And she discovers something. They don't actually reveal what it is till the end of the issue, what she discovers. But she basically, the plot's more or less wrapped up because they capture Crash, they seemingly beat Skyhook, and at least I think they did. Let me double check. But because the actual ending that speaks that's more memorable is that turns out she actually does still have her powers, and it's tied to how she was feeling about herself, and it was the suit that was just kind of bringing them out of her. However, she doesn't understand why she still has her powers. It doesn't make sense, and my cat just made my entire screen shake. Everything moved. So the issue basically ends with her saying, look, I need to go and find out why I still have powers. I don't know why I have them. I have to search for that answer. So it's going to be like a self-discovery kind of arc that seems to be coming up. It says back to Smallville, so it seems like she's going to go back there. I imagine she'll go speak to Clark at some point. It makes sense that she will. But that is basically kind of what the main focus of this issue was, which I did enjoy, for the record. I'm digging Lana as the main character. I'm digging her supporting cast. I'm really liking Atomic Skull working for Maggie Sawyer. That has been like a fun little, just a subplot. Every issue seems to have a scene or two with him doing something for her. And this one, he's like beating up a bad guy. I think, what was the villain's name? I can't remember. But he beats up this bad guy, and he brings him in. And after he has this fight with him, and he wrecks this like shipping yard, he calls Maggie Sawyer and says, I've apprehended the suspect with, looks around, minimal destruction. And then the last panel of the page is the guy who owns the place comes out and goes, what happened to my shipyard? And it cuts. And it's just, it's just good fun.
That's pretty funny.
It's good fun. So Lana's struggling with her job because she is technically still supposed to be a reporter, but she's obviously busy superheroing, and she's struggling with deadlines. It puts a lot more of the Crash and Zeke stuff in perspective. We see that what type of man Zeke used to be, and a bit more, and how sort of hell-bent he is in revenge for his son going missing. And there's a little bit of tension with Steele, who's a little bit pissed that Lana seems to be taking point on this kind of job when he feels like it should be him. But she keeps saying to him, no, like, you're not a guy that's about revenge. You're better than that. I have to, and she feels that she has to stop him from going on this path that's maybe destructive. And he ultimately kind of like shows up at the right time and does the right thing with Natasha when they do eventually show up. I will say I still really like how Skyhook looks. He's got a really cool look to him. You've seen him in Nightwing recently. Obviously, you guys have been reading Nightwing. He was in the last issue of that.
That's the like the demon looking. The wings. He's
got like a blue hood, but otherwise he's kind of like a demon looking dude. And that's basically it. She beats Skyhook. They get Crash back in custody, or more specifically, Steele's got him thrown over his shoulder. So it goes to her. Like she has to now discover why she still has these powers, which I'm glad's the arc, because a few pages before that, when she's like coming into the fight, flying in, and she's like. And she says she discovered she still has her powers, and the suit was just like helping her channel them. But now she's aware of them. She's sort of reignited them, and she has them. I immediately went, but why? She shouldn't have them. But the character immediately went, yeah, I shouldn't have these powers. I need to discover why I still have these. So that's what the next mission is going to be. So that's pretty cool.